And you wrote about this this rather interesting YouTube video, which without a doubt went viral. I think after Ellen tweeted it or mentioned it on her show or something.
CNN put it on their homepage.
Oh, really? Okay, so everyone's all over this. And of course, these things always seem to happen in conjunction with the month that it's being honored. I'm always amazed by how this works.
What a coincidence.
Now, do we want to play some of this clip for people who have not seen it, or maybe just so we can stop it and deconstruct it so people understand how this is just a setup to limiting your free speech?
Well, yes, I'd like to hear the thing. Now, I want to point out a couple things in advance of listening, which I pointed out in the newsletter that I wrote a little essay about this particular clip. First of all, this woman was very, I thought, hypersensitive to an email that was just some bonehead. Yeah, we get these things all the time. People calling in, the show was better when you talked about wine and food.
Hey, ever hear of post-production? Don't you know how to make levels even?
So you have those guys, and so are they bullies because they're critical? I don't know. So this guy writes in saying that she's a little overweight and she should think about it. She gets all bent out of shape. She becomes the bully.
Yeah.
This guy sends an individual note to her through channels, and she blasts this guy on a podium of a public podium, a bully pulpit, as it were, and nobody calls her on the fact that she's now the bully.
And by the way, why is it called a bully pulpit? Is that just coincidence that we were using this word in this case?
No, it's exactly for that reason, because you're up there and you have an audience, and then you can literally lambaste people.
Love it.
You can be a bully.
Yeah. Well, here's so we'll just stop this clip throughout because there's a number of things that crop up. But first of all, she reads the actual letter, which I'm like, I mean, I have definitely received worse every day.
You for sure.
Every day I get worse.
I want to take a moment to address a situation that has become a talking point in this community over the past weekend, especially on Facebook.
Now, let's just point out that a talking point is exactly what this is, and she's not even lying here. It's a talking point. There's a memo saying, hey, it is National Bullying Prevention Awareness Month. Here's what you got to do.
That centers around me. Woo. On Friday, I received the following email from a La Crosse man with the subject line, community responsibility, and it reads as follows. Hi, Jennifer. It's unusual that I see your morning show, but I did so for a very short time today. I was surprised indeed to witness that your physical condition hasn't improved for many years. Surely you don't consider yourself a suitable example for this community's young people, girls in particular. Obesity is one of the worst choices a person can make and one of the most dangerous habits to maintain. Now,
just hearing this alone, I don't believe a human being wrote this I mean, of course, a human being wrote it, but this is not someone saying, hey, you're fat, get off the air. I mean,
and generally speaking, that's what they'd say.
Yeah, I mean, but these words are so carefully chosen.
They're very engineered.
Yes.
I leave you this note hoping that you'll reconsider your responsibility as a local public personality to present and promote a healthy lifestyle.
I don't understand. I mean, who would... first of all, I mean, this would just go like, okay, put on spam list, delete. You know, I wouldn't even look at that anymore. And she gets all bent out of shape about this, which, of course, is the setup to, well, some of the language she uses is extremely offensive.
Now, those of us in the media, we get a healthy dose of critiques from our viewers throughout the year, and we realize that it comes with having a job in the public eye. But this email was more than that. While I tried my best to laugh off the very hurtful attack on my appearance...
How is that very hurtful? It didn't even say fat.
I read it. I didn't get it. I don't know what she's talking about.
It didn't say you're fat. Just said, hey, obesity is...
You're fat, you're ugly, get off the air, you suck.
No.
Which is the kind of notes that most people would get.
Yeah, exactly. The real kind.
My colleagues could not do the same, especially my husband, our 6 and 10 anchor, Mike Thompson.
Yeah, so this is like, so they're, I don't know, man. They're like, her husband's on the...
right there was just a plug.
Exactly.
Shows.
Just promoting. My husband. That's right. Go watch his show. He's
by
good.
The way, you can find him every Saturday at the Laugh Chuck Chucks. You know what I mean? It's just like a commercial.
Yeah.
Posted this email on his WKBT Facebook page, and what happened next has been truly inspiring.
Inspiring, I tell you.
Hundreds and hundreds of people have taken the time out of their day to not only lift my spirits, but take a stand that attacks like this are not okay.
An attack like this is not okay. What attack? Did the email jump out and stick a knife in her? This is not an attack, lady. I'm sorry. It's just not an attack.
Now, we're going to have more on that in just a second. But first, the truth is, I am overweight. You could call me fat. And yes...
Yeah, but no one called you fat, but okay.
Even obese on a doctor's chart.
Nobody called her fat or obese.
No, the guy said obesity is a unhealthy choice. He didn't even call her obese per se. But okay, but what she's about to say next was what really irked me.
But to the person who wrote me that letter, do you think I don't know that? That your cruel words are pointing out something that I don't see?
They're so cruel! No, I'll tell you what, miss. Come read my inbox. I'll show you cruel. This is nothing. But of course, we're not in the media like she is, John. We're just in the podcast.
You don't know me. You are not a friend of mine. You are not a part of my family, and you have admitted that you don't watch this show. So you know nothing about me.
Was she Marshall McLuhan in the Woody Allen movie Annie Hall?
She sounds more like, that was extremely ghetto as far as I'm concerned. You don't know me. You ain't no friend of me. You don't watch my show. I mean, that was ghetto, man. That was completely like one of the daytime shows where they're beating each other over the head and pulling their weaves out.
Jerry Springer.
Totally Springer. All right.
But what you see on the outside. And I am much more than a number on a scale. And here is where I want all of us...
was a number on a scale?
Nobody. This is the...
God.
To learn something from this.
Psycho!
Okay, but here comes the egregious part.
If you didn't already know, October is National Anti-Bullying Month, and this...
Oh, how coincidental!
...is a problem.
By the way, she's wrong. It's not Anti-Bullying Month.
No, you're correct.
It's Anti-Bullying Prevention Awareness
it's not anti.
Huge difference.
Hello, there's no anti at all. The word anti is not even in there. It's National Bullying Prevention Awareness Month. Let's listen again.
From this. If you didn't already know, October is National Anti-Bullying Month.
No, it's not! Now, please, everyone, write her a note and tell her that she's wrong. It is National Bullying Prevention Awareness Month.
And this is a problem that is growing every day in our schools
and here
and on the internet. It is a major issue in the lives of young people today. And as the mother of 3 young girls, it scares me to death.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Now, I am a grown woman, and luckily for me, I have a very thick skin. Literally, as that email pointed out, and
Seems
otherwise.
Not.
Yeah, really?
And that man's words mean nothing to me.
Really?
Oh, right. It only meant that she's going to do an hour on it.
An hour segment with her husband at 6 and 10, everybody.
But what really angers me about this is there are children who don't know better, who get emails as critical as the one I received, or in many cases even worse, each and every day.
Tell them to show them how to delete email and put people on a spam list.
The internet has become a weapon.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Thank you very much. The internet has become a weapon, John. A weapon. And these words are dangerous.
Our schools have become a battleground.
And our schools a battleground. So this is now, along with another story comes along with this, because this, of course, is all part of internet freedom. And this is, you're going to see this coming in legislation. Hillary Clinton is a big part of this. Internet freedom, which of course equates into internet legislation, is about what you can and cannot say and what is freedom of speech, and this is being restricted. So in this case, this woman goes off, and there's another 2 minutes of it. It's all the same stuff, so I don't think we need to listen to it. She goes off about someone saying, hey, your obesity is a choice. Didn't call her fat, didn't even call her obese per se, but it was so hurtful apparently, and these are weapons, and this happens in schools, and therefore, that's a battleground. But I want you to know that here's, this is a report from AP. This is the head of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, did an interview with Associated Press about how people in general speak about the Prophet Muhammad. And this, of course, is in relation to the movie The Innocence of Muslims.
Right.
And they are saying this...
Which nobody's seen.
So this is the OIC, which I believe is also one of those unnamed defendants in the in the whole Muslim Brotherhood trial from a couple of years ago. So they want this to stop, that you cannot speak poorly of the Prophet Muhammad. Quote here from the article, "We're not saying stop free speech, we are saying stop hate speech." And this is being taken seriously by people. And if you listen to what President Obama and Secretary Hillary Clinton are saying, they're going along these lines of saying, hey, free speech is great, but we don't talk down about any religion. Well, yes, we do, and yes, we should be able to. But this is slowly being, inch by inch, is being pushed back, and this is happening all over the place, right in front of your eyes. And there are actual laws on the books now in several states that forbid this free speech, and we have to be very, very wary of it.